with the Crew Motorfest, with the closed beta being behind us, where we could experience majority of things that will be available in the final version of the game. Now is the right time to reflect upon the game. And from a guy who never before played any of the Crew racing games, I'm gonna give you an honest opinion about this game. Let's start off with what the Crew Motorfest has to offer. Well, for the newbies like me, like any other The Crew game, it allows players to transform into a plane or a boat and then explore an open world with those, which is something other open world racers don't offer. But in this video I will be focusing more towards traditional racing with cars. It's stated that the Crew Motorfest will feature over 600 vehicles at launch. This also includes all the Crew 2 cars that will be available for transfer. So yeah, there will be a lot of cars to try out. From modern supercars to some crazy tuned off-road vehicles. Oh, and for those that are not familiar with the Crew, it's one of a few racing games where you can also drive bikes. To quickly touch the car sounds, from cars that I was able to drive, I could tell that the car sounds were extremely good. Not just engine sounds, but the squealing tires, the nature, the water, crashing sounds, everything was perfect. The most important thing when it comes to the racing games is how does the driving feels like. And from my personal experience, I could say it feels really good. It's like a mix of Forza Horizon and Need for Speed, which in my opinion makes it unique in terms of driving physics. And even playing it on a steering wheel surprisingly feels very good, especially if you compare it with Need for Speed. And you know me, I love drifting, so I spend a lot of time experimenting with different drift setups. And I have to say that drifting is pretty decent. One of the downsides is the gravity, which feels a little bit strange. For example, when you try to do the transition while drifting, the weight of the car is not throwing the rear end of the car outside as much as it should, but most of the people will probably not notice it. The Crew Motorfest will take place on a scaled-down recreation of the island of Oahu, located in the Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean. The graphics and scenery remind me a lot of a Forza Horizon 3, but to be totally honest, it does look like a cheaper version of Forza Horizon. While generally graphics are not as sharp as in Forza, it somehow looks more alive and the atmosphere feels awesome. But you have to keep in mind that this was a beta version, so some things can still improve. The Crew Motorfest has a playlist-based system of progression that educates the player on various brands, models and cultures from the motoring world. It's a sort of Horizon Festival meets Gran Turismo. A total of 15 playlists will be available upon the game's launch, with more playlists being added throughout the game's post-launch updates. The Crew's identity for a festival gimmick definitely feels derivative of Forza Horizon, but more concerning than that are certain features that look like a straight copy from Forza. Motorfest racing lines and checkpoint markers look very similar to Forza Horizon 5, as does its new rewind feature that's pulled out of a Forza Horizon. Progression system plays an important part in racing games. If not designed right, it can quickly make the game boring. From what I've experienced in this closed beta, the Crew Motorfest progression is a lot like RNG. If you play Need for Speed Payback, you will have a basic idea how it works. Play races with a specific car class and you will be unlocking parts for that specific class. Then you can share these parts between the cars of this class. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this approach, but it definitely makes you grind to get the desired parts. As for the crossplay compatibility, I'm not sure if the game will support it, because I tried to play it with a friend who is on a PS5, but for some reason we couldn't connect. So I'm not sure if it was something on our side or the crossplay wasn't yet supported in the beta. Now here comes the tricky part. I was definitely interested in buying the game, but once I saw the price, I was a little bit turned off. I'm not such a fan of the Crew series to be paying $70 for the game, and keep in mind that's the standard edition. The gold edition goes for $100, and you get an early access and a year 1 pass, which will include additional 25 cars. And then there is an ultimate edition, which costs $120, where besides the year 1 pass you also get an ultimate pack, which gives you, I quote, fitted rainbow pack, which includes Honda Civic Type R, fitted edition, avatar outfit pack, 2 customization vanities, and then fitted jungle pack with Porsche 718 Spider fitted edition and avatar outfit pack with 2 customization vanities. So yeah, with Gold and Ultimate Edition you actually get a lot of additional stuff, so if you're a die-hard fan of the Crew series, it's definitely worth considering these two options as well. So to return back to our initial question in the title of this video, does the Crew Motorfest have potential to become Racing Game of the Year? Well, so far this year there hasn't been much competition in racing games genre, but we all know the best games are often said to be released in the last quarter of the year, so there will be for sure a big competition between the Crew Motorfest and Forza Motorsport, which will be released just 1 month after the Crew Motorfest, on the 10th of October. I was also really hyped for the Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, but from the rumors it will be released in the beginning of 2024. So with all that said, drop the comment what is your opinion about the Crew Motorfest, and have you been able to play the closed beta, and will you be buying it? And here I will end the video. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, and of course, as always, have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.